Alright guys, in a previous video I showed you guys how to get the custom kernel for AutoBleem up and running, and now what I'm going to do is the exact same thing that I did with the Project Eris build. I'm going to show you guys how to uninstall that kernel in the event that you guys want to restore your PlayStation Classic back to stock. So the process is actually quite simple, but I do need to mention you need to make sure your USB drive is plugged into the front secondary port on your PlayStation Classic. You cannot restore your console when it is connected in via OTG. If you've got your USB drive in the secondary controller port, you're good to go, but it's also important to note that we're going to need that LBOOT backup file that we created when we first installed the kernel on the console for AutoBleem. So make sure that is on the root of the USB drive. If you've got it there, and you are currently in the secondary controller port for the PlayStation Classic, you're good to go and proceed to the next steps. What we're going to do is press the start button to enter the AutoBleem menu, and then we hit the select button twice to get access to our apps. And if we move over to the right just a few apps, we're going to reselect the same application we used to install the custom kernel in the first place. So we're going to go ahead and hit X, and then we're going to hit X again. Now it's going to launch this AB Flash Kit tool for us, and along the bottom we're going to be able to see that there is the flash kernel option, the full backup option, and the restore mode option. We're going to use restore mode for this. We're going to hit triangle, and it's going to scan to make sure that we have an LBOOT file. Now it may pop up with an error saying, hey, are you sure that this file is correct? And hopefully it does, so I can show you guys that. Perfect. So it says the LBOOT backup does not look like original Sony PSC firmware. Do you want to continue? In my case, I'm going to say yes, and this may be the same case for you if you had previously installed Project Eris. There may be a residual file or something on there that is causing this sort of an error or this red flag to pop up, but it's really not that big of a deal. You should be able to hit X and confirm. Now, before I do that, it's going to actually happen really quickly, and then my capture card is going to shut off. So what's going to happen is it's going to put the device in recovery mode, and it's going to reflash the drive back with that recovery file we made. So I'm going to go ahead and hit X. I'm going to let it do its thing, and then I'm going to see you guys in a quick second. Okay, so we are back now on our AutoBleem menu. Now that process took about a minute or two. The power light on the console is going to flash, and then finally when it's done, it's going to power off, and then we're going to have our amber light again, and then it's safe to turn it back on. Now obviously we can still run AutoBleem because the kernel installation was completely optional. The reason you would do it is for things like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth support, but it wasn't necessary if you aren't comfortable altering any of the internal files on the PlayStation Classic. But that's pretty much it. That's how we get it back to stock. If I pull my USB drive out and I try to pop it into OTG, we're not going to have that support. Nothing's going to be there. And we're pretty much running on a clean slate in terms of our PlayStation Classic. But that's all I'm going to do for this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section below if there's anything else that you guys want to see. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.